So what I have here, real quickly, this is a product from Cane Creek. So pretty excited about it because we have just recently become kind of the main partner for Cane Creek here in the area. And what I got in here is a pretty cool product. So Cane Creek, if you're not aware, they make all kinds of really good products. But one of the things that they are most known for is their suspension, and more notably, it is their rear suspension. So we'll get into what I'm pulling out here in a second, but this is the kind of main part. And so this is actually for a customer who's coming in later. So Hunter, if you're watching,
very famous component now.
So what this is a rear shock. This is the Cane Creek DBIL coil. I know that's a long name, but it's because it's using a coil on the rear shock here.
This is a downhill application?
This is actually a trail bike
really?
Shock.
With a coil shock?
With a coil shock. So the great thing about coil shocks are that you can, so number one, let me start with Cane Creek. You can tune every little bit of the shock. So it has high speed and low speed compression. We still need to do a show talking about what all that means, but high speed and low speed compression, so you can adjust how the bike feels under compression. Perform under pedaling better when you're going uphill. The downsides of a coil shock are that traditionally they're a little bit heavier. This one though, you can see it's a nice tightly packed machined product, and it was made, all the machining is done down in Asheville or Hendersonville, North Carolina. So the cool thing about that is they have just taken their time and really made a beautiful product. So the aesthetic of it is great. Now, I know it's not put together, but then we're going to pair his rear shock, all the technology, the valving and everything, with one of their vault springs. So what's neat about this is it's progressively wound so that the top of it can be nice and supple, and it will be a lot more difficult to compress towards the bottom because of it's going to be the diameter and how it is wound, and you can kind of see that when you're looking at it, how it changes top to bottom. It's pretty neat. So this is a part of mountain bike technology that is super geeky to get into, but it's really fun to kind of dive into and research. If you want to know more about Cane Creek or how this stuff works, they got a bunch of good videos on their website. And you can really dive into the deep end on this if you want to learn about valving and oil flow and all the little details that you use inside of it. So that's my piece of tech this week, is the Cane Creek. It's Cane Creek suspension. We also have out on the floor a Cane Creek Mark II front fork, which is really nice. And then we have a bunch of other goodies that are showing up every day, all the beautiful machined parts that they make down there. So yeah, that's my piece of tech for the week. I highly recommend checking it out.
So let me ask Dan, because this, listeners are going to say, oh, that sounds cool. Can I afford it?
You can afford it. It is it's priced very competitively with anybody else on the market. Nice thing is, if you come to a shop like us that is a preferred dealer, we can get it to you a lot quicker. And there's some some perks you can get if you come to a shop like us. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we are now certified or okayed to work on all of these things, and you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing to do the actual servicing. It is not easy. We invested a bunch of money into the tooling and the process to teach the people to do it correctly, and we have the people at the shop now to do that. So you don't have to send it out. You don't got to pay shipping or anything like that. You bring it in, you hand it to us, we can get it done for you. So
okay,
pretty excited about
that. That is a cool piece of tech. And do you want to just share your fancy new bike kit? Dan has a mechanic's bike kit. This would be interesting to nobody but Dan, except it is really cool.
Yeah, so I have in my Master e-bike technician box. I'm pretty proud of it. It took me a couple years and a lot of airtime flying to California and doing classes and over the internet and everything to get it, but they have sent this to me, and this is my technician's box. So if you have, it's not complete. I want to say it is not totally complete, but it does have a bunch of tools that I'll be kind of retrofitting and making it my own. But this is kind of the baseline. This is my tool of the week. If you like to know about the tool of the week, check out the video in the show notes. But got everything I need here to hook up to specialized equipment. Read what the bike is doing, what's going on. This morning I was able to plug in and solve a problem without taking anything apart, which is really cool. So it's fun. I got a little multimeter now, so I can start checking voltage and things with batteries. It's an emerging technology. We're still learning a lot on how to service and how to do it correctly, but it's been fun. So yeah, this is my master toolbox that I'm very proud of. You can come look at it sitting on the bench anytime you want.
Abby, don't you think he's a little over the top with his toolbox?
I don't know. Can you be over the top with a toolbox?
I don't.
This is
it's like
just.
an art.
It definitely, and it is only in the beginning phases. I can't wait to show you in a couple months when I get it all done custom. It's going to be incredible. So
yeah, well, so we can have a return visit of the toolbox.
Anytime you want me to bring the toolbox, yeah. I will gladly brag about the toolbox. No problem.
So if you listen to the Rider Up podcast, you've got to make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Please
because
toolbox content.
You don't want to miss the episode with Dan's toolbox.
We're lacking in toolbox
upgrade.
Content. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But you do have some cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
And kudos to you because you really have learned all of the things that you need to know to fix these e-bikes, and it's not the same.
It's not.
Right?
It's fun. It was fun. I don't want to sound like I complain. It was fun to do, and I like doing it. So.